A first carry for the Canadian-born Chuba Hubbard. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
Second down, another chance for Hubbard. And he'll fight for a couple as the tackle is made at about the 32. You look at this Eagle defense. They're going to be tough to throw on, no doubt. Currently ranked 3rd in the NFL against the pass.
And I'm struggling a little bit trying to really categorize this crew. They're top 10 in the league against the pass, but the bottom half of the league in sacking the quarterback. That doesn't make sense. Imagine if this group ever put pressure on the QB, they'd easily move into the top 5.
They'll try and run for this with Hubbard. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. Give him the 3rd down conversion, 5 yards on the play. Didn't get it by much, but bottom line got the first down. Avoiding that 3 and out, how vital is that on the first drive?
To me, it's like the first round of a boxing match. You know, it may not mean much right then and there, but you'd rather not lose it, right? So you want to go ahead and get it, kind of establish something early, and hope it can carry through.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Young here, you can see changing the play. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Dancing to his left. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
One thing you always worry about when he breaks the pocket is he going to take off with it? That time, the pressure was starting to close in, and he's just got to throw this one away.
Young's incompletion on first down leads to a 2nd and 10. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Short throw there, caught by Thomas. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42.
And let's face it, you can put any Halloween costume on him. You're not going to be able to disguise him because for a tight end of his size, difficult to sneak him anywhere, but that's what they tried to do. Lined up on his right, tried to work his way back to his left, but just a minimal gain as the defense was able to react quickly.
Now Young. Pressure comes, and down he goes. The Eagles get there for the sack. Buried for the sack by big Jalen Carter. Carolina punt team out there led by Johnny Hecker. Deep to return is Kevontae Turpin. Oh, he's going to go ahead and field it from the 3-yard line. The danger of a punt that good, a 16-yard return. And it will be Eagles football, 1st and 10. And with the play clock at 3, we'll get a signal and a timeout on the whistle. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Hurts and the Eagles come up here 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line. They run with a dangerous Saquon Barkley. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. The drive starting with a first down, 11 yards on that pickup.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
To the left side and taken in by Chosen. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Up the middle with Barkley. He juked him, and he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down. So back-to-back big runs, picking apart this defense on the opening drive.
I thought this was a passing league. I thought this was the era we were in where the ball was always in the air, right?
They didn't get the memo.
They didn't get the memo, and I know this to be true. Offensive linemen still, to this day, they want to run the football. They want to fire out and hit people across the line of scrimmage, and they're clearing space.
Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. And that's their second charge timeout here in this first quarter. They're down to 1 remaining. That flag accepted, and it backs the offense up a little bit. So a little bit of a stiffer challenge now. 1st and 15 following the delay of game. After the penalty, they go with Barkley. And he'll get across midfield and into Carolina territory. On second down, here's Barkley. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6.
Well, this defense for the Panthers, they were terrific a week ago in that victory over Tampa Bay, Charles.
And no matter what's done throughout a ball game, it always comes back to blocking and tackling. That's the essence of football. But I think it's hard for people to understand just how difficult it is to tackle, especially open field. Very few missed tackles on tape that I saw last game. This team does a nice job of getting their opponents on the ground.
And he won't quite make it. He needed 6. He got about 5. 4th down.
Hurts sets up to throw it. Oh, he rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. So problems with errant passing continuing. Remember, he threw 2 picks in the loss last week, and now another here in this first quarter.
And sometimes, partner, this is the result of a quarterback who's simply trying to do too much. Feels like he's trying to make up for what he did last week, and you can't do it all on one throw.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Straight ahead with Hubbard.
And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
You look at this Eagle defense.
This unit 3rd best in the NFL in stopping the run.
Now if they could just get their pass defense in line, this unit would be really, really strong. And remember the conversation with the defensive coordinator? He wants them to rush the passer better. He wants to see the quarterback on the ground. They've got to create some sacks.
And he said it starts early and often. We'll see if they can get to him. Off the play fake, Young.
He'll fight his man, Laviska Shenault.
And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line.
We're scoreless after one. Panther football to start quarter number 2. As they've got it with a 1st and 10. Young now. Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's 2nd down.
And I can see the officials kind of looking at each other down there, silently wondering, does this meet the level of grounding? Fortunately, he did have a receiver in the area, but I have seen less obvious throwaways called as penalties.
Young's incompletion on 1st down leads to a 2nd and 10. They'll set up a throw. It's complete to Brown, right side. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. First catch for him. It's good for a dozen and a 1st down.
And remember, this drive started off following the turnover. And they've taken no time working their way down the short field. A nice connection there, and now they're looking at a 1st and goal.
So 1st and goal from the 9-yard line. Here's Young. Being chased out left. And he'll get this down inside the 5 to the 4 before he's out of bounds. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be 2nd down.
I did like his decision-making there to make sure they picked up something instead of forcing a throw. Now they've got more manageable play coming up to try and pick up the 1st down, and don't rule out the possibility that he just keeps it and runs again.
2nd and goal from inside the 5. Hubbard is not going to advance very far. He'll be stopped right at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain that time, and now it's 3rd and goal. Defensively, I think they can smell a stop. Ball right around the 5 here, brings up 3rd.
And I think what they've done is they put doubt in the minds of the offensive guys. What do we do? Because now you don't have a go-to play. Either side they pick, throwing it, running it, it won't be easy.
And he'll get it a bit closer as he's down to the 2-yard line. Give him a couple on the run as it brings up a 4th down. Well, let's see what they do. They're knocking on the door here in the 2nd quarter.
And you know what you look at on your play sheet? Your 2-point conversion plays. Because you've drawn up a number of them in today's football. You don't just have 1 or 2 for the game. You have more like 6 or 7. Which one do you like here? Because that's essentially what you're going for right now. That spot of the field, call one of those and go get 6.
They'll run for it. It's Hubbard. And this time he is in. Yes. Chuba Hubbard, his 5th rushing touchdown now on the year. And the Panthers post the first points of the ball game as they take the lead here in this 2nd quarter. So that, Charles, a big decision there on 4th and goal, and it works out.
And that is an example of a coach who's confident in his team. He didn't look at it as a gamble at all. He looked at it as belief. Great starting field position. Let's go ahead and deliver. And they do.
Group E able to add the PAT. And it's now a 7-0 game. Seven 0 is our score. Ready for the dynamic kickoff as this one's away. Kevontae Turpin now to return. And they're going to be backed up to start. A big hit there on the return. Stops him dead in his tracks.
For most people, the excitement of a kickoff return is to see a long one that goes back in the opposite direction. But for the guys covering it, it's being able to stop them deep in their own territory. How about that incredible form tackle right there? Shoulder into ball carrier, and down he goes.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, Everyone has matchups that they like better than others, where they think they have an advantage. Dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
2nd and 7. Now Hurts on the option right.
4 yards there on the keeper, but still going to bring up a 3rd down.
And if you like defensive football, focus on the defensive end on this play. He does everything exactly right. Reads the play and make sure he spills it for a small gain.
In search of 4 yards here to pick up the 1st down.
And this is going to be incomplete.
Looks like a second empty possession to start the game, and certainly not the way you want to start when you come in off of a loss last week. Every team talks about starting fast. They're hoping on their next possession, it can be a delayed fast start and get them going.
Returnable here from the 38. It's a 45-yard punt and 8 on the return.
And it will be the Panthers' ball, 1st and 10.
This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. Things progressing to plan so far. Their defense has been solid, and they've got themselves a 7-0 lead after the touchdown the last time they had the ball.
And this is no time to even think about, hey, are we going to milk the clock? Hey, are we just going to do ball control? This is the NFL. 7-0 leads, they don't last very long unless you continue to push the envelope on offense.
Down, 33, yellow, flag 2.
First down, Young.
He'll dump this one off to Hubbard.
This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
Well, this offense will definitely utilize him as a weapon out of the backfield because he was close to 100 yards receiving a week ago. So they will try to get him the football in space as they did right there.
Check 26, check 26.
2 minutes on the clock, 2nd quarter, 7-0 ball game. Now a 2nd and 2. A give up the middle, Hubbard.
And he'll go down at the 28.
9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down.
But we always talk about good down and distance, allowing offenses to expand their playbook. Well, 2nd and 2, that means your playbook's wide open. You can run just about anything. But a lot of times, the play caller, he just looks down at his sheet, sees the short yardage runs, and goes to one of those.
A 1st down throw for Young. That's going to be caught. Touchdown.
Xavier Legette,
His 3rd touchdown now on the year.
and the Panthers go up by 2 touchdowns. Here's Groupie for the PAT.
And it's good to make it 14-0.
After the touchdown, here's Groupie to kick this one away. That's going to be taken at the goal line, and he'll return it. And not a great decision to bring it out there as he's tackled just beyond the 10.
Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go.
But Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, and this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
And this throw incomplete. Well, the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to 3rd down.
This defense not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. It came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6.
Here's Hurts to throw. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete.
And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
Hurts.
And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. This game not quite as good as the last, but still over 40 yards between the two.
On 1st and 10, it's Hurts.
And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. Well, the incompletion, yes, but maybe here not the worst thing in the world?
No, not on 1st and 10. It actually gives them a chance to regroup, relax just a little bit. They huddle up, talk it over. Then they get a chance to continue their drive.
Throwing is Hurts.
Escaping the pressure right. This is caught inside the 15. The Eagles will take their 3rd and final timeout.
So as they talk it over, we step aside.
And that might be exactly what they needed to wake up this home crowd. They haven't given them much to cheer for so far. And never underestimate the effect the home crowd with you can have on a game.
So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
18, Rattler, 18, Rattler.
They'll look to throw again. Touchdown, Eagles!
Robbie chosen as the first half is winding down. And the Eagles are on the board here in the final seconds of the first half.
Elliott good on the extra point, and that'll make our score 14-7.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive.
And with a 14-7 lead, they might just be happy to take this thing on into the tunnel.
And an anxious moment or two there, but they do get him down. And this offense going to elect to burn a timeout with 5 seconds remaining in quarter number 2. Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on 1st down.
And they'll go again here with Hubbard. And a strong run that time as he's across midfield and down to the 43.
So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports.
Okay, Coach, thanks as always. This one's still anyone's game as we welcome you back for quarter number 3.
A one-touchdown ball game, 14-7 our scores. We get back at it on EA Sports.
And we will not see a return to start the half as this will be a touchback.
Yo, can you hear me?
I just feel she's not just wanting to implant herself into the investigation. I feel that maybe she does know. Her boyfriend is actually the Steve Baca who was living in the trailer that Anastasia was.
Hey, I didn't expect to win anyway.
offense set to begin their next drive.
Because
Well, out of
he
the locker rooms here
said,
they come,
when
their
she
first
told
drive
me
of
and
the
my daughter
third
to go
quarter.
talk to
Charles,
her
they're
friend,
trailing in this
she
ball
has
game.
information about her
And set up to
ex-boyfriend.
be a
She
very
said, yeah,
entertaining
everybody
second
just said it
half.
was my boyfriend that did something to her, but it wasn't. I said, see? And she said, yeah. I said, yeah. We think he did something. I'm not the type of person who could hide my emotions. He said, well, he didn't. He was laughing with her boyfriend. He would give her a ride wherever she needed to go. So if Stacia needed to go somewhere, he would give her a ride, according to Jody. I don't know his name. She wouldn't give us the name, but her female friend that was with her said, you want the truth no matter what, right? You want to find her no matter what. And she had tears in her eyes, and I said, yes, we want to find her no matter what. She said, well, the truth is going to come out. I'm going to let the police know. And then the police said, no, she's just trying to get back at her ex-boyfriend. And I don't know the name of him because she wouldn't tell. She said because they told her that she couldn't give us the information because then her testimony wouldn't be any good in court. I feel that everybody's trying to point other directions than God's warehouse to get us away from that. Not just to point elsewhere from Steve Baca, but she works and hangs out at God's warehouse. Every time I'm in town, I go there. My daughter goes there. We go ask questions all the time. We go and make sure that there's a poster there. And so I think that they're trying to get us stop coming and asking questions. Look over here.
After reviewing the records, Natalie found it odd that Anastasia's mother claimed her daughter had sent her flowers just before she disappeared. Given Anastasia's circumstances, Natalie couldn't understand where she would have gotten the money for that.
Very weird. As soon as she said that, first of all, why didn't she say that in the beginning? And where would she have gotten money for that? And what I thought was also weird is that she said the last thing that she said to me was, don't forget me. So I thought that was strange. Why would anybody say, don't forget me?
The numerous conflicting stories surrounding Anastasia's disappearance don't seem to lead to any single conclusion. Ariana has her own theories about what may have happened to her sister. One thing Ariana felt strongly about was that she disapproved of the dangerous situations Anastasia often found herself in. Ariana frequently tried to convince her sister to move back in with her father, hoping to offer her a safer, more stable environment. She knew her sister was in danger and feared that something like this might happen one day. And then it did.
I feel like it could go in a lot of directions.
Oh, good pick.
Nowadays, what she was doing, she put herself in a situation where she could be trafficked.
CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I should have thrown that ball.
Nah, that wasn't a bad throw. That was a good throw, actually. It was a good recovery.
Remember, second year, as you noted, on the job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go.
These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost. Charles, we'll see if they can get a better, more sustainable
Every team that we ever talked to says it's
in that area, girls on drugs, that's where you find them. No matter what she did, she would tell people and let us know. We already have accepted her for all of the stuff that she was doing and how she was living her life, and we still love her and wanted to see her as
last two plays indicative of how things have gone for them.
She knew
Just
that no
nowhere
matter
to
what, we
go
were
on the
going
ground and
to
struggling to put
love
up
her
points.
and want to see her and know.
And it's
And we always
incomplete.
mention
Took
it
a shot,
whenever she
couldn't
moved out of my
connect.
dad's house because we let him live there. Moved back with dad because I picked her up from that guy's apartment. This is not a place for a young girl. My nanny was done all this whole thing and my family for the most part. So I
Skirts by him at the
and then
35.
started
What?
because that's a really bad area of town. Something happened and I'm also a young girl.
Alright.
Be able to walk around as comfortably as my dad and my nanny. I don't
Panthers
think
out there
she's
ready
dead,
to begin their
which
next
gives me
drive.
hope. But
We have not seen
she
much
is
on
being
offense here from
trafficked.
either
It
side
makes me
these
really
last few
sad because
drives.
I don't know
We've hit
what's
a wall,
happening
so
to
to speak.
her. the amount
and
of
hit it
flyers
hard
that are all
because the
around
defenses
There's
right
no
now,
way
they
she
seem to
was
be a
in
step
our
ahead,
presence
don't
at
they?
the read.
Beating them to the point of
I
attack.
really feel
Beating
like
them to...
she is someone
How? Man, that's bullshit.
For deep hope that answers will come soon.
They need to stop with that bullshit animation.
Pretty much
During his much heralded college career, he parlayed that into becoming a first-round selection.
20-year-old
And
friend,
now
she
here
was
he is
into
making
social
interceptions
media,
in the National
cell phone.
Football League.
That's just
This
the
is a
biggest
guy
red
that's
flag
all
to
the
me.
physical
There's
tools,
this
but the thing that sets him
zero,
apart is what he's got
nothing.
between his ears.
That's what really
And that's the
stands
sixth
out to
sense
me.
for knowing where the football
Heartbreaking.
is going.
I feel
Just
so
an
bad
excellent
for
play there to
Natalie, the
create the
grandma,
turnover.
as well, because she is just trying everything, every option. She will not
They
rest,
start out on the
will not
ground.
give up.
Saquon
The lead will go
and taken down
and
just shy of the
fall
40.
off. Oh, then it might be
Ball
something
under
else.
39. Here's second down and 7.
See what happened to Anastasia Ferrara in March of 2023. Her disappearance is shrouded in ambiguity, with multiple theories and conflicting accounts complicating the search for answers. Each possibility paints a grim picture, leaving her family grappling with uncertainty and fear. One of the most alarming possibilities is that Anastasia fell victim to human trafficking. Her family has expressed concern that her addiction, coupled with her time spent in a dangerous part of Albuquerque, could have made her a prime target, according to those who know the area well. Rumors also circulated within Anastasia's circle that suggest she may have been harmed in retaliation for a drug-related conflict. One tip alleges she stole from a dealer, which could have led to violent consequences. She was also a witness to a homicide and was shooter prior to Anastasia as well. Another possibility is that Anastasia suffered a fatal overdose and that those around her concealed her death out of fear. However, amongst the gruesome thoughts and theories, some of her family members hold on to the hope that Anastasia might have left Albuquerque willingly to escape her circumstances. Witnesses reported that she had left town with a military man, and some hope that that is true, and Anastasia wanted to start over. The conflicting nature of these theories has kept Anastasia's family in a perpetual cycle of hope and despair. While each possibility seems plausible, none have led to definitive answers. Anastasia remains missing, and her family continues to search for the truth. So who was Anastasia Ferrara? To her family, she was a daughter, a sister, a granddaughter, and a fighter who refused to let life's challenges define her. To her community, she was a familiar face, and now to all of us, she's a mystery, a reminder of the countless people whose stories remain unresolved. If you have any information regarding the disappearance of Anastasia Ferrara, please call the Albuquerque Police Department at 505-242-2677.
I feel media as news stations and radio know, but we have put her players all over Facebook. We handed out players, we posted them in so many places that all go somewhere and they're like, oh, you can touch your Facebook. Is that your daughter or your niece? I'm like, oh, my niece. You still haven't found her or nothing? It's just random people will ask me about her, tell me they've seen my post or stuff like that. So I mean, I want to say what we've done is putting flyers and sharing the post and just all of us who love her. I think that's how a lot of people are aware about it. But news stations and stuff like that, no, they're not interested, I guess, in putting her picture out there.
My son, he's super busy. So this is my mission, and he likes to think because he's very earthy, and he believes what you put out into the world is what you're going to get back. So he does not think negative. I mean, he has cried about her, but he won't think negative about her. We're all trying not to think negative.
And they pick up 9 yards with it. As they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this third quarter. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
That brings us to the end of episode 469. I'd like to thank everyone who spoke with us for this story. If you have a missing loved one that you'd like to have featured on the show, there's a case submission form at thevanishedpodcast.com. If you'd like to join in on the discussion, there's a page and discussion group on Facebook. You can also find us on Instagram. If you like our show, please give us a 5-star rating and review. You can also support the show by contributing on Patreon, where you can get early and ad-free episodes. We'll be taking the next 2 weeks off for the holidays, but we'll be back with new episodes on January 6th. We'll see you in the new year. Thanks for listening.
And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Saquon Barkley taking it in from a yard out. And the Eagles are an extra point away from tying this game here in the 4th. Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And an important one that is as we are all tied now early in this 4th quarter. And this one setting up for a great finish. All tied in the 4th as the kick's away. And that'll carry over the back line of the
If you like The Vanished, you can listen ad-free right now by joining Wondery Plus in the Wondery app or on Apple Podcasts. Prime members can listen ad-free on Amazon Music. Before you go, tell us about yourself by filling out a short survey at Wondery.com/survey.
Well, they just gave up the score to tie it. That's the bad news. The good news.
Kelly Clarkson here to let y'all know that it's the holidays of Wayfair. No matter your space, style, or budget, shop Wayfair.com to get your home holiday
I don't
ready.
think any of us were surprised that they decided to start this drive on the ground after the last 2 drives ended in interceptions.
Unfortunately, though, not a lot going on that first play.
Yeah, I think the anticipation was felt also by the defense.
Young will set to throw.
I actually remember the moment very clearly. My
What? Wow, that ain't even where I threw it. Well, guess it was meant for me to lose.
That I had, and there was Jesse's face on the newspaper. And I remember looking and like, what the hell, why is Jesse in the newspaper? And then I saw the headline that said, multiple counts of women missing in Las Vegas. And I'm like, what the hell? I remember calling people, finally getting a hold of a couple people, and we can't get a hold of Jesse. I think that they took advantage of a young girl who had started to ride. Small-town girl from Canada, looking to see the world. Yeah, she's fine. Let's go. Take her.
It's crunch time.
It breaks my heart that we still don't have
both the
answers.
run and passing game in order for them to try and snatch victory.
Known to those close to her as Jessie, disappeared from Las Vegas, Nevada in late March 2006. Jessie was far away from her home in Canada, and her family didn't really know the ins and outs of Jessie's daily life in Sin City. They had last seen Jessie in late 2005, when she returned home to visit her loved ones from home.
Showed some tough running, but they'll drop him at the 5-yard
couldn't
line.
quite pinpoint the
He's
changes
able to
in her
get more than
demeanor.
half of
Her
what they
one-sided
needed. That brings up a
experience
3rd and 5.
raising
I
quiet
know this type of running back.
In March,
I mean,
Jesse's
this
family
size,
lost all
this
communication with
intensity
her.
usually
And it
gets
was later
better as the
learned
game
that her
goes
journey
on.
to Las
I just
Vegas
tell you
was
from
far
experience,
darker
the first
than
few
anyone had
quarters,
known.
oh, you're eager,
Nearly
you come
19
running up
years
there, I'm
later,
going to tackle this
Jesse's
guy.
family
By the
continues
fourth
to
quarter,
search for the
you're
truth
coming up
behind her
and thinking about
disappearance.
it.
And
Hoping
D-line
to
wearing
uncover
down
what
4th
happened to
quarter.
their beloved
Yeah,
daughter and
that's not a
sister.
guy they want to see
I'm
consistently.
Marissa, and from Wondery, this is episode 468 of The Vanished, Jessie Foster's story.
On 3rd down, Barkley. And it's not going to be enough here. A gain of 4, about 2 feet short of the marker. 4th down.
Audible's best of 2024 picks are here. Discover the year's top audiobooks and originals in all your favorite genres, like sci-fi and mysteries and thrillers. Audible's curated list in every category is the best way to hear 2024's best in audio entertainment. They have titles like a stunning new full cast production of George Orwell's 1984, or heartfelt memoirs like Supreme Court Justice Ketanji Brown Jackson's Lovely One. Plus, there's the year's best fiction, Like a Woman by Kristen Hanna, and Percival Everett's brilliantly subversive James. Right now, I'm listening to None of This Is True by Lisa Jewell, which is a fantastic psychological thriller. Audible, there's more to imagine when you listen. Go to audible.com/NIA and discover all the year's best waiting for you. Jessie Foster was a bright and energetic young woman who captivated people everywhere she went. She wasn't just well-liked by her peers, but her striking appearance and charismatic personality made her
Panthers out
unforgettable.
there and ready to
We
begin
spoke
their
with
next
Jessie's mother,
drive.
Glenn Dean,
And now
who
they'll
shared
look to
fond
answer
memories and
working
insights
from
into her
behind.
daughter's
And
early life.
remember,
painting a picture of the spirited young woman she
score here in the
was.
second half. They'll need to change that here.
In Hamlet,
And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8.
I'd say it's pretty good strategy. If you throw interceptions on back-to-back drives, let's see if the running backs can handle the ball a little bit, get things going. And also, you motivate your offensive line. I think they're in the mood to fire out hits somewhere.
I thought the defense might be a little more prepared for that run. Pretty good gain on the ground.
She was tomboyish as a young kid. So much so that,
There's a
with the
second
short
and 2
hair
now from
and
the
her
33.
t-shirt, one of our neighbors thought that I had 3 girls and a little boy named Jesse. And when she told me that, I said, no, Jesse's my fourth girl.
And he'll find
She's my
Thielen
second
on the
girl.
right side.
And Jessie,
And he'll be out of
sorry,
bounds,
she
but
just
able to get it
became
up past the
running.
45.
Her and my girlfriends were all
Second
she
catch for him
moving
today, and it'll
and
wind up a
bashing my
first
hair,
down.
I like the
makeup,
design that
and
we're seeing
Jessie
right
was
there.
so
This is
and
what
all
they
of
need.
that.
Down
She
by a
did
touchdown here in the
everything
fourth.
for
They just need to keep working their way
She moved to Calgary
downfield.
and
And when they
lived with her
see
dad and
openings,
stepfamily
take
for
their
grades
shots.
11 and 12.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's first and
She didn't
10.
just live in Calgary for 2 years. She stayed on afterwards when she was about 19. She graduated at 17, so 2 more years after that. She had several jobs. She worked at Master, she worked at a bootmaker, she worked at a Boston Pizza. But she was always went out.
And giving their guy in the
We also
backfield
spoke with
a nice
Andrea,
lane to
one
hit.
of Jesse's childhood
Second and
friends,
6.
who offered her perspective on what it was like growing up with Jesse in Kamloops, British Columbia.
Bring a tight end in
There
motion
was a whole
left.
crew of us, and growing up
Second
in the
down,
early
another chance
90s,
for
it was
Hubbard.
obviously a different world. There was no internet or anything
He's
like that
to
at
the
that time,
15.
no cell phones, or well, they were just
Touchdown,
starting to come around.
Carolina.
The neighborhood that we were living in, it was downtown Kamloops on the south side. There was a gang of us. Like, I remember going outside and I had 4 or 5 different friends just on my street alone.
Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And
Well, you go do that.
tie game here in the fourth. Now this one setting up for a great finish. All tied in the fourth as the kick's away. Cavante Turpin now from his end zone. And he returns this to the 22. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They no longer have the lead after that last touchdown, all tied up in the fourth quarter. And a chance for this offense to mount a potential game-winning drive right here. Drop for a loss on the play by D.J. Johnson.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
Here comes second down. They'll give it to Barkley off the option play.
And he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5. Getting down to the good stuff. All tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports.
What can they come up with here? It's 3rd and 7.
He'll look to throw.
Pass to the sideline and pulled in.
And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line.
But you can absolutely feel the thought process there. They just gave up the touchdown. So in the huddle, they're telling each other, you don't want to give it back now on a 3-and-out. Nice job of making sure that they wouldn't, and they pick up the first down.
Plenty of time. All 3 timeouts still remain. Here's 1st and 10 now. A handoff to Barkley on the option. And
unable to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down.
Short gain, last 2 plays. Who do you think's excited about that?
Absolutely. This defense, they're saying go right ahead with those.
This is 1st and 10.
Back to throw here.
This one complete down the field to Goddard.
And he'll be stopped in his tracks right at the 33.
And they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
Here's 1st down.
They'll try the right side here. Barkley.
Hey, when you get good yardage like that on 1st down, it really does a whole lot of good for your entire offense. But I love the way he's finishing those runs. At the end of things, he's making sure he gets just a little bit extra.
33 seconds to play. Here's 2nd down.
Again, it's Barkley.
And a strong run there as he'll maneuver his way down inside the 15.
The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in the game.
Got a quick flash about being in their huddle. Whatever the play call was, it was tagged with these words: make sure you stay in the middle of the field. That's where we want to be.
He did just that. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. Now, what's the thinking here? Because a touchdown would be nice, but you've ensured yourself a chance at 3 in the lead, so how worried are you about the 6?
You're not very worried about if you're confident in your kicker. And if you got a kicker who put it through the post, you feel really good about trying to bleed that clock down. In an ideal scenario, your kicker puts it through the post as the clock hits zeros.
They come up now on 2nd and 2.
Barkley, inside handoff. And he's in for the touchdown. And in the final seconds, forget overtime. They've just likely won this thing in regulation. Elliott good on the extra point, and they will take a 7-point lead. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. Oh, a mistake there. The kickoff out of bounds.
So now the possession will begin at the 35 after the errant kickoff.
Well, that's certainly one way to avoid a dangerous kick returner, I suppose, but you are giving up extra yardage, that's for sure. Because if you put it out of the end zone, they start at the 25. So at a minimum, you're giving up 10 yards to the offense.
They'll come up 1st and 10 here. Young.
Sliding out of the pocket. He's going to let it fly. And this will be incomplete. 1 second left to go. So after all of this, it comes down to one final play.
And just think of what it's going to be, because from this distance, you've got to be prepared for everything. Hook and laterals, tip balls, you name it. A lot of laterals after a catch. Just got to be prepared, stay on your feet defensively, and tackle someone.
One last shot for Young. Flushed out right. Now a desperation throw deep downfield.
This ball intercepted. Picked off by Isaiah Rodgers. And the Eagles force the turnover. They'll take over at their own 27. That was an excellent come from